Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss the concept of connecting conductors. What happens when you connect conductors? I mean charged bodies with a conducting wire. That is what exactly we will study. First thing, let's take two identical two identical bodies. Identical means same in dimensions and everything. Having charges q1, q2. Then when you touch them or when you connect them with a conducting wire, then what happens is most of the times students misunderstand that they acquire same charge. No, they acquire same potential, sometimes maybe same charge, but not always same charge, but always they acquire same potential. Always they acquire same potential. So here if you consider two charges q1, q2 were there, right? Now when you connect with a conducting wire, then the potentials V1 equal to V2 or V1 dash equal to V2. Initially, before connecting each other, the potentials are KQ1 by R1. V2 is KQ2 by R2. KQ1 by R1, KQ2 by R2. So, these are the two things, right? Now after connecting, their potentials must become equal, and I will tell you the charges q1 dash, q2 dash, q1 dash and q2 dash. Let's take like this. Now after the charges became q1 dash and q2 dash, or else let's take this is q1 q2, and after connecting they become q1 dash q2 dash, such that v1 dash equal to v2 dash. Then k q1 dash by r1 equal to k q2 dash by r2. So q1 dash by r1 equal to q2 dash by r2. But if they are identical, R1 equal to R2 implies Q1 dash equal to Q2 dash. So if they are identical, the sizes must be same. R1 should be equal to R2. So obviously Q1 dash equal to Q2 dash. Right? Now what is Q1 dash and Q2 dash? Here Q1 dash plus Q2 dash, sum of final charges must be equal to sum of initial charge, because charge is conserved. Now q1 dash equal to q2 dash. So q2 dash I can write it as q1 dash. So 2q1 dash or 2q2 dash. You can substitute in place of q2 dash q1 dash, or you can substitute q1 dash plus q2 dash, so that this can be written as 2q1 dash or 2q2 dash equal to q1 plus q2. So q1 dash equal to q2 dash equal to q1 plus q2 by 2. Or else if R1 is not equal to R2, then what happens? If R1 equal to R2 identical, then finally charges are same and equal to half of the initial sum. But if not identical, then same thing, this is same. But from here, now what you can do is Q2 dash equal to R2 Q1 dash by R1 and Q1 dash plus Q2 dash equal to Q1 plus Q2. So that Q1 dash plus Q2 dash is R2 Q1 dash by R1 equal to Q1 plus Q2. Now if you take Q1 dash common, it will become 1 plus R2 by R1 equal to Q1 plus Q2. Take LCM and take this side. R1 into Q1 plus Q2 by R1 plus R2. Similarly, Q2 dash if you find, Q2 dash, substitute Q1 here. Then R2 Q1 plus Q2 by R1 plus R2. Simple, logical formula. Q1 plus Q2, R1 plus R2. Q1 plus Q2, R1 plus R2. Total charge by sum of radius. So Q1 charge means charge on first one means R1 will come. Charge on second one means R2 will come. Rest is same. So total charge into R1 by R1 plus R2 or total charge into R2 by R1 plus R2. But if you know this, then identical is easy. Because identical means R1 equal to R2. Then it will become Q1 plus Q2 by 2. So this is the concept of connecting two charged bodies. Right? Now, similar way, when you consider two conductors, then if you place two conductors at a separation, then it is called capacitor. Where charges on conductors are Q1, Q2, then charge of capacitor is Q1 minus Q2 by 2. And parallel plate capacitor means one positive, one negative, separated by some distance. Then the charge is Q minus Q by 2, nothing but Q. Where the capacitance is charge per unit potential or charge by potential difference. Now why I am telling this one is, initially we connected individual conductors. But sometimes what they will tell you is, now similarly when you think of connection of capacitors, when you consider a capacitor, usually there is a capacitor. So with a separation, two conductors placed, then Q equal to CV, where Q is the charge, C is the capacitance, V is the potential difference. Now similar way, when you consider the combination, here these two connected, let's take here charge Q1, here charge Q2, here potential difference V1, here V2, here capacitance C1, C2. Now what is the total charge will become? Q1 plus Q2. What is the total charge on this one will become? Minus of Q1 plus Q2. Now the net capacitance you consider C and the new potential difference you consider V. Common potential, that must be same because they connected each other. Then here V equal to Q1 plus Q2. According to this, V equal to Q by C. So Q1 plus Q2 by C, where C is C1 plus C2 because they are connected in parallel, where initial potential differences are Q1 by C1 and Q2 by C2. Now, here Q1 C1 V1, Q1 equal to C1 V1 plus Q2 equal to C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. So when you connect the conductors each other, then what happens? The potential becomes same. If they are identical, then charge also becomes same, but otherwise not. But always when you connect two conductors each other, then potential on each of them becomes same. So based on that, they will ask what is the common potential after connecting. This is the thing. Or else they will also ask you when they connect in this manner. This is plus Q1 minus Q1. But this is minus Q2. This is plus Q2. Now they connected. Here they connected positive plate to positive, negative plate to negative. But here the polarity reversed. Positive with negative, negative with positive. Then what happens? Here the charge is Q1 minus Q2 for the combination. Here the charge is minus of Q1 minus Q2. Now Q1 minus Q2 is the charge. Here Q1 plus Q2 is the charge. So that here Q1 minus Q2. But they are connected in parallel. So this remains same C1 plus C2. So what is the difference comes when polarity reverse? Then here comes minus. So the common potential now, same potential will become C1 V1 minus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. Now the question, is it true that when you connect in this manner, the charge is there any loss of electrical energy? Yes. There is some loss of energy. There is some loss of electrical energy in the form of heat energy. The electrical energy dissipates in the form of heat energy while traveling from one to another one. Because the charge travels from high potential to low potential until the potentials becomes equal. That's why when you connect to conductors each other, charge flows from high potential to low potential until the potential becomes equal, and during that process the electrical energy, few of the electrical energy dissipates in the form of heat energy. Dissipates means getting wasted. So what is that wasted energy? Final energy minus initial energy. So final energy means what? Half C V square minus, what is the initial energy? Half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square. And if you solve this one, then the energy loss will come C1 C2 by 2 into C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2 whole square. If you solve this, you will get this. So they can ask conceptual questions like, what happens when you connect conductors with a wire? Is there any loss of energy or not? If it losses, in what form it losses? How much energy lost in the form of, or getting wasted in the form of heat energy, dissipates in the form of heat energy. Or if polarity reversed, then delta U will become, just here comes plus. Remember that difference, because simply don't remember one formula, understand the difference. Same polarity means this one plus, here plus, here minus. If polarity reverse, plus with minus, minus with plus, then here comes minus, here comes plus. So this way also they can ask questions, and one of the important concepts related to conductors, right? And one more thing. Now consider there is one spherical shell and one more is placed inside it. This radius is capital R, this radius is small r, and this is small q, this is capital Q, and you have connected with a conducting wire. Then what happens? Then the potential on the inner one, this one. How many potentials will be there on this? Two potentials. One is due to this one is due to this one. So due to this one, kq by r. Potential due to shell on its surface. Due to this. But this point is inside. For a spherical shell, at any point inside, the potential is same as that of on the surface. Here. What is the potential on this surface? kq by, what is the radius? Capital R. So don't confuse with that. This is the potential due to this one here. But this is the potential due to this one. So plus kq by capital R. Here. Now take 2. Now potential on this surface. Due to this kq by r. Because this point is now outside. Outside point. So kq by, what is the distance of the point? Capital R. Plus. This is the potential due to this one. But there is also one more shell. But this point now on the surface. So what is the potential due to this shell at this point? kq by capital R. I will tell you once again. See here. Now consider this point. This point. If you consider only inner one, first point I am telling R. So the potential on the surface is kq by small r. And if you consider the same point and consider outer shell, the situation is like this. Now the charge is capital Q, radius is capital R. But due to a shell inside everywhere, the potential is same as on the surface, K capital Q by R. This is for inside one. If you consider this one, for this one, now the point is outside for this one, kq by distance is capital R. And for this one, the point is like this. Now the potential is kq by capital R. That's why when concentric shells they are given, take care of potentials. If 2 shells are there, 2 potentials at any point. If 3 shells are there, then 3 potentials at any point. Now, if you compare these two, see here, this and this same. Here, this and this same. So here, capital R greater than small r. So here denominator more, so value less. So this is lesser than this one. This is same. Like this is 3. This is also 3. But this is 2. Then this will be more than this, 3 or 4 something. So that here value is more than this one. So that V1 greater than V2. So V1 greater than V2 means here potential is greater than V2. Now the conceptual question is, from where to where charge will flow? From here to here. From inner to outer. From inner shell to outer shell, the charge will move. because charge always flows from higher potential to lower potential. That is the way you need to understand the concept, and this way you need to use the application of the formulas which you have learned. So remember the formula, understand the question, then apply it and solve it properly. So this way. Now finally what happens? The charges redistribution happens such that potential on this and potential on this must be same. Let's take. Now the new charges are Q dash and capital Q dash. Charge on this one is capital Q dash, charge on this one is capital Q dash. Then V1 dash must be equal to what? V2 dash. Then what is the equation will become? KQ dash by R. Same dimension, same everything. But here Q became now Q dash, capital Q became capital Q dash. Such that potentials are equal now. That means these values are equal. Plus K Q dash by R should be equal to K Q dash by capital R plus K Q dash by R. But K Q dash by R, K Q dash by R cancel. Now what is remaining? Here K Q dash by R equal to K Q dash by small r equal to Q dash by capital R. Something really looking very awkward. Is it possible? No, because if Q dash cancels, small r equal to capital R. Is it possible? No. Then what happens? This is possible only when Q dash equal to 0. When Q dash is 0, 0 by something equal to 0 by something, then only 0. So what you can conclude, when you connect in this manner, then charge flows from lower shell to or inner shell to higher shell such that here charge becomes 0. Then what is the scenario will become? The complete charge will reside Q plus Q. Why I explained this one? Because when you consider conductor, no charge will reside inside. Now when you connect these two with a wire, now it is like one conductor. So for a conductor, the charge always resides on the outer surface only. That's why the total charge will move from inner shell to outer shell and resides only on the outer shell. That's why Q dash becomes how much? 0. So that is what I want to make you understand. So this is the way the concept of why charge resides or how charge resides on the outer surface you can understand with this example. Also you can understand that what is the way the charge transfer takes place and how the redistribution of charge happens when the conducting spheres or charged bodies connected together with a conducting wire. So 3 different cases we have seen. So please try to understand each and every case and solve it twice. Then you will understand better way. So this is also one of the important concept in electrostatics. So hope you all understood and you will practice it. Thank you.